Greetings, educators. The results are in. I've been using the Open Court Phonics program, which is free and on the internet, that Marva Collins used the entire school year to fidelity, every single day. Of course, I've been following the Common Core reading standards for student comprehension, but of course you can't comprehend if you can't read. So 4 times a year, my school gives the SRI, which is the Student Reading Inventory. And at the end of the year, they take the SRI one last time where they read a short passage and answer a question that goes with that passage. And based on their score, that lets you know how they've progressed in reading and what lexile level they're reading on. I teach 2nd grade. So the scores that I'm looking for are between 420 to 654 points on the SRI to show that they are on level. So here is a list, and I'm going to cover up student names, and I'll pull it right about here. Okay, so that first column, where the date says August. I don't know if you can see that, but you see a lot of red and yellow. That's where my students started off in August. They were BR meaning below reading level. If there was a score there, as you can see, it was well below the scores that I gave you earlier. Now, with that said, let me see if I can straighten this. In the next column is May, and there are a lot more green, yellow, meaning, you're almost there. Green, you're on reading level. The purple bar at the very end, where my fingers are, that shows reading growth for the entire year. 100 points of reading growth means 1 full school year of reading growth for that particular child. So as you can see, the first 2 students made 5 years reading growth. The next 4 or 5 students, 4 years of reading growth. The bottom 2, 3 years of reading growth. So not only are we concerned here with the students' lexile level to make sure that they are reading within the 2nd grade range, we're also looking at reading growth from where they started. Here's the rest of my class. And again, I'll cover up these names. Okay. Again, the first column you see is at the beginning of the year in August. Lots of red, lots of BRs for below reading level. The second column is in May. So again, the way the computer gives these scores, they go from highest achieving to lowest achieving. So I have 2 reds at the end of the school year. The one at the very bottom is a student that came from Brazil, spoke no English, and she came during the last part of the school year, the last quarter of the school year. And then that red that's still left for my May date is that person progressed from below reading to 218 points. So there was still progress. And as you can see in the last line, where my finger is, the purple lines, 100 points is 1 year reading growth. The first student at the top of my second page of data has 3 years of reading growth. The next 3 students, 2 years of reading growth. The next 2, a little over 1 year's reading growth. And then down here, the 13 points, that student started off on green and of course ended up on green. So at the very bottom, 0 growth because that student again came at the end of the school year. So results are in. I'm pleased. That's more growth than I would have seen not using the Open Court Systematic Phonics program on a daily basis. I will say Fridays, we took tests on Fridays, so I didn't always get in the phonics champs on Friday, but if we finished with our assessments, I would definitely do the chant before they went home. But Monday through Thursday, the chant was in the morning, and we had about a 20 to 30 minute phonics block before reading comprehension. Thank you, and I'll keep you posted.